Hi everyone, Into the Light with Laura Louise, here for another week of talking about unforgiveness and forgiveness and the things that drive us crazy out in the world. Today I want to talk a little bit about road rage. So I recently came across an article about a guy out in Massachusetts who was angry at another car. I still can't figure out how this guy ended up on the hood of a car, bashed in the windshield, was clutching onto this car while this car drove on the freeway and got up to as much as 70 miles an hour, and he did this for 2 miles. Then if that's not enough, then when the car finally did come to a stop and the two kept yelling and screaming at each other, the guy in the car gets out to greet the guy on the hood with yet a firearm. What is going on in our world today? I wish I could tell you I was a stranger to road rage, but I would be lying. So let me tell you a little bit about what I know to be why road rage occurs. Road rage is all of our anger, hurt, and issues coming out at the opportunity of being angry at somebody else. But not that you're angry at them. Really what happened is there was a trigger. Somebody basically said in a non-verbal way, "You're not important. I matter more than you do. Your voice is not worthy of being heard." Whatever, fill in the blank, right? I actually used to be that road rager who would get out of my car and want to start a fight. I didn't do it often, but I did it enough that I am completely ashamed. Let's be real. And it is amazing that I never got injured. I used to be so angry. And you know, the gestures of flipping somebody off or yelling at them or whatever the case was, if the perpetrator, let's say somebody cut me off and, you know, I yelled or flipped at them and then they had the nerve to yell and flip back at me, oh man, was it on. It was on. I would chase them down. I would get out of my car. I would continue to chase them down and yell at them. I was bad. I was one of those ridiculous people. Now, thank heaven I never jumped on the hood of a car, but in thinking about it, I probably would have if I got angry enough. So anger comes from a place of hurt. And it cracks me up because as I talk about what I do, you know, that I'm helping people on their journey to forgiveness, that I help them with hurt and anger and disappointment. Every once in a while I get somebody that says, "Is there a need for that?" I look at them and I think, do you turn on the news? Have you looked outside? Hurt, anger, and disappointment is all around us, but we don't stop and pay attention to it. We don't stop and think, I probably shouldn't be chasing somebody down in a car. I probably shouldn't be pulling a firearm on them. And I definitely shouldn't be jumping on the hood of a car, bashing in the windshield over what? Over the fact that somebody basically hit a trigger and you went off. So let me tell you what you should do in the event of a road rage situation. Here's what I do today. But of course, this has been a journey, but I'm just going to share with you a little bit about what I do to help me stay sane on the roads and above all, safe on the roads. So I decided that when somebody cuts me off or makes me slam on my brakes and everything in my seat is now on the floor, which by the way, recently I put my laptop on the back seat, decided I didn't want to take my laptop bag, and guess what happened? You guessed it. Somebody made me slam on my brakes, my laptop goes flying off of my back seat under my driver's seat, and I thought for sure it was broken. But I still did not chase down the person who made me slam on my brakes. You know what I did? I said, ooh, they must really have to go to the bathroom. And that's how I think of it. I think they have to go to the bathroom so bad that literally they are going to potty on themselves if they don't get home in a hurry. I've recently talked to somebody who gave me another great scenario of maybe they're rushing to a hospital because one of their loved ones is in the hospital and they're frantically trying to get there. I pray for them and say, God be with them, give them peace, and I just go about my day. And you know, the truth is, I am so much more calm and collected as I'm driving along, listening to my music, bopping along. I'm happy. Even when my laptop fell on the ground, trust me, I sighed, like this. Seriously. But I got out, I checked it, and it was fine. So no harm, no foul. And the truth of the matter is, if we all make it to where we need to go, no harm, no foul, and everybody remains safe and everybody remains secure. So the next time you're on the road and anger, is clamoring at you, just remember, take a deep breath and say to yourselves, either they have to go to the bathroom so bad that they are going to mess up their car, or they're on their way to the hospital and somebody is hurt and they are just out of their mind, and give them a little grace. Because at the end of the day, you will be safe, they will be safe, and just get out of the way. Just let them go, let them be them, and just make it home to your family. Whenever possible, step aside. I hope this gives you a little bit of encouragement and maybe even a little laughter, because after all, we have to be creative as to why people do some of the things they do. So get creative, don't get angry, and take a deep breath and take a sigh of relief and just say, thank you, I'm going to make it home safe, and I hope you do too. This is Laura Louise with Into the Light with Laura Louise, and I hope to see you all make it home safe.